project with you, different to my painting arts, which I obviously love to continue, but I'd like to have like an interim project, and this is going to be an triangular scarf in these lovely colors, which I'm making for different. I love that the colors do switch here, and yet it's still just one yarn I'm using, so there are no in-between changes of colors. It will mix itself. So this is about 200 grams, 800 meters, which will be enough for a lovely triangular scarf. And I start with this pale green color, and I'm using rather nice round knitting needles. For that. So normally on this one it's recommended what kind of size the wool should have. Well, the needle obviously for the wool should have, or the wool is requiring. I'm having a 3.0. I'd rather knit in a bit smaller scale than recommended, which works fine for me. So, and these are round knitting needles with 80 centimeters in length, which is okay and enough for that. I've tested it. So I'm taking you with me on this journey, and I hope you like it. I will start today with a simple pattern, and I will continue a little later on, maybe on camera, maybe off camera, but I'm sure to show you the finished project, and happy if you comment if you like that format or style, or if you would rather see it in one piece, which obviously would take a while. This is an ASMR art channel, so this is meant to be relaxing. We start with a simple, I always go like that. We start with a simple beginning. I might take two. Normally you start with a just row, but this is like a triangular scarf, so you just need one starting slip knot-ish, and then for this pattern you can do that in different directions. For this you increase the stitches on one side. If you want to have a pattern which is more in that direction, you will increase both sides of it. So I'm taking obviously the thread which leads to the yarn. increase. So that was a normal stitch. And then normally increase at the end of the row. So you go in the front, take the thread and go in to the back and take another. So you had 2 and now you are having 3. And then you just basically turn around, which is a rather small row, and you repeat that. I think I will do this in a very, very simple right stitches pattern. So you then go again, have a right stitch here. Oops. Obviously you have to go tight in it, but not too tight, otherwise it will be too stiff. And then again at the end, if you would go for another pattern, you would go for both ends, but this one is going to be my straight side. I will show you in a minute more when I'm into more of that, so that you can see this. The start is always the hardest part. And to be honest, I started this like 4 times over. Well, but I'm kind of happy as it is now. You see, this is a simple right stitch. And as I said earlier, when you want to have this kind of pattern, you only increase one side and stay stable in stitches here. And you can see this really early on, what side you need to increase and what side you don't. So don't be desperate if the start doesn't work out the first times. Just try. Keep repeating. You will get there. So from now on, it's very, very easy. You just, I always kind of secure the thread here. Try to go in the stitch, get the yarn, and well, I'd like to really tighten it up so it makes nice tight stitches, but this is entirely up to you how you like and find your style. And I think eventually you see what you like. It's all a matter of practice. And these woolen yarns are really ideal. So again, I increase this stitch, go in the front, get the yarn, go in again and the back, get another yarn, so you have two out of 1. And you need to be careful, secure this. So when you go back, and I know there are several ways of starting this, but I'm keeping this really simple. Go in, go back there, and this one is the part which you need to really secure in order to get a very nice tight outline of the scarf. So you just continue like that. And also, one more thing, this yarn is made out of 4, I don't know if you can see that, 4 little yarns, which makes it easier for the color to switch, but you need to make sure every time you go into it stitch, you have all 4 of the yarns with you. thread from the yarn. And always, if you have it like this, you always need to make sure the stitch is here and the yarn is in the back. But this will come when you practice, so don't worry. Knitting is very simple, however, on the other hand, so relaxing to do. Something manual you do with your hand as a craft. And again, double this one here, 1 and 2. So this is the start, and I think I will have quite a lot to the start because it's so tiny and it's growing bigger and bigger the further you increase the stitches in each row. And I'm taking you with me on the color changing journey, and then let you obviously see the final result. To let me know in the comments what you would like to see in this project. If you like the project, please do leave a like, and if you like relaxation and soft spoken